Before Disney decided to have their iconic characters hang out with Final Fantasy denizens in Kingdom Hearts, they made an animated series that combined almost all of their creations. Rather unannounced, too. In 1999, they debuted the series Mickey Mouse Works, which featured new shorts with Mickey and the gang. Suddenly, one day, House of Mouse started airing on one Saturday morning, giving a framing device to a lot of those shorts. The idea was these shorts were screened in a nightclub run by Mickey and Minnie, and also having Donald, Daisy, and Goofy as employees. Most of the shorts were merely reruns of the Mouseworks episodes, with some classic shorts thrown in for good measure, which was kind of brilliant. They only had to animate about 10 minutes per episode, and because the series mostly stuck to using previously established Disney characters, they did not have to design new ones. It was a rather economically sound way to keep Mouseworks going, while still writing new adventures for these characters. That cynical side of thinking aside, House of Mouse was mostly used as a way to just have fun and play around with Disney personalities, both classic and more recent. The storylines were relatively simple, usually involving Pete trying to steal the cartoons and get the club shut down, or the main characters going through some personal crisis. Most of the humor comes from our knowledge of the Disney characters, but something really appreciative is the writers did not just stick with the more well-known sides of them or the biggest films. As a fan of the Three Caballeros, I really enjoyed when they made an appearance in an early episode, even if Rob Paulsen's voice for Jose Carioca sounds really off. In a special Halloween episode, they referenced the theme parks by having the three hitchhiking ghosts from the Haunted Mansion perform Grim Grinning Ghosts, and it also has one of the few nods to Pixar by having Donald Duck dress up as Buzz Lightyear, the Three-Eyed Aliens, and Flick. Goofy takes on the superhero persona Supergoof once. Now that's a real dedication on the writer's part, by referencing an element of his history that only appeared in the Disney comics. One of the funniest cameos comes from an appearance by Pepper Ann and her mother, oddly the only time they brought in characters from the Disney animated series.
Don't touch the villain, dear.
Strange. Lilo and Stitch had no problem throwing Kim Possible and the Proud Family into their series, yet a show revolved entirely around crossing over characters largely avoided them. Speaking of odd omissions from House of Mouse, King Louie from the Jungle Book never showed up. Instead, we got his identical brother, King Larry. Oh, he's the exact same character. But for some strange reason, Louis Prima's estate sued Disney because Jim Cummings was too good at imitating his voice in TaleSpin. I just wanted to point out how silly that was, and it's been annoying me for years. If you're wondering how these various characters were able to hang out together for this series, I always assumed this was the same Toontown from Who Framed Roger Rabbit. The Disney District, anyway. If you want to see where the Warner Brothers cartoon characters hang out, that's on the other side of town. The penguins from Mary Poppins are even the waiters at the club, just like in Roger Rabbit. The roles given to the main characters also make perfect sense. Mickey is the owner and host, Donald Duck is his number 2, Minnie is the stage manager, Daisy being in charge of reservations, Goofy as the waiter, Max as the valet, Huey, Dewey, and Louie as the house band, and Horace Horsecollar as the tech guru are all logical jobs for them. House of Mouse was also never afraid of showing the villain's more silly side. That meme of Gaston boasting that nobody does things like Gaston originated here.
No one sings like Gaston.
You know, I sing too, and I've been told I've got an amazing range.
No one has a range like Gaston.
And James Woods' dedication to voicing Hades whenever Disney utilizes him also makes the jokes at his expense even funnier.
Hey, Dad, I didn't get any cavities. And at the start of the school play.
Cut! Look, he was clearly going for his sword.
However, despite this, there is still some continuity present with some of the storylines. When Humphrey the Bear shows up in one episode, Donald Duck remembers that past rivalries and knows he's up to no good. Max's girlfriend, Roxanne, who was absent from an extremely goofy movie, finally makes a return appearance in one episode. And Mortimer Mouse also shows up on occasion to cause some trouble. As a lifelong Disney fan, it was fun waking up on Saturday morning and trying to catch the little Easter eggs and references in House of Mouse. Was it a revolutionary series? No, not really. Who Framed Roger Rabbit? It was not. But it was still clear the care went into making sure Disney characters were treated properly. This was an excuse to rerun the Mickey Mouse Works episodes while also having some fun, and it was a rare time when Disney was allowed to satirize these iconic figures of popular culture. If you happen to run across these episodes, they are an amusing watch and an important part of Mickey Mouse's history. See you next time.